Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Championship Monday from the Cornerstone Community Center. This is the Chipotle USA Hockey Youth Tier 2 18U2A National Championship featuring the Northern Cyclones out of Hudson, New Hampshire, and the Ashburn Xtreme out of Ashburn, Virginia. My name is Matt Panier, bringing you the action here on Hockey TV this morning. It has been a fantastic tournament, and we are down to 2 in the 2A. And if you take a look at myhockeyrankings.com, these are the 2 that should be here. In the 2A, the Ashburn Xtreme ranked 5th by myhockeyrankings.com, and the Northern Cyclones ranked 10th. Those are the top 2 2A squads in those rankings. So, My Hockey Rankings, hats off to you for your job well done. Let's tell you how these two teams got here from yesterday. A bit of a different story as far as the semifinal contests were concerned. On the side of the Ashburn Xtreme, it was smooth sailing from the third period on, but they did have their times where they were tested by Mission Arizona Ice. It was 1-1 in the first period. Ashburn did build that up to a 4-1 advantage. Mission able to cut it down to 4-2, but just too much of the Xtreme in that contest. And they were led by Andrew Karowski, who scored 2 goals. Johnny Ryers with a goal and an assist. Matt Price with a goal and an assist as well. A multiple-point game from Chandler Lynch. And on the back of some good goaltending from Ian Key as well. At times they did and needed, where Mission was trying to close in, but Key came up with some big stops in that contest to make sure that his team could break away. On the other side, the Northern Cyclones, well, they had to take it all the way to a shootout. A 17-minute overtime period was not enough to decide the contest between the Northern Cyclones and the Clearwater Ice Storm. It was 2-2 going into the extra session, all the way through overtime. Shots on goal in that contest, 39-27 in favor of the Northern Cyclones. They do end up winning the shootout 2-0, getting goals from Derek Amaral and Tyler Cullen. That is what punched their ticket to this 2A National Championship game. These two teams did meet in pool play, and that one went to a shootout as well. It was a victory for the Ashburn Xtreme in that game, and that one played over at the De Pere Ice Arena. And you want to talk about a tight defensive contest, this was one of them. Shots on goal, 29-27 in favor of the Cyclones in that game. Special teams excellent on both sides. As far as the penalty killing is concerned, the Cyclones go 0 for 5. Ashburn goes 0 for 4, so both teams clamping things down. In that game, the competing goaltenders were Ian Key and Owen Giangrande. Giangrande, the only goaltender here for the Cyclones, so he'll get to start today. On the other side, I did see number 81, Sam Blanton, leading the squad out onto the ice. We'll see if he gets the start here today against the Northern Cyclones in net for Ashburn. You would imagine that if they're rotating goaltenders after the semifinal win yesterday, that we would see Blanton today instead of Key. We'll find out momentarily. John Courtney is the leading scorer for the Ashburn Xtreme. 5 goals, 4 assists in 4 contests, a total of 9 points. Matthew Price is running right in his tailwind at 3 goals and 4 assists for 7 points. And then 2 tied at 6. That's Raymond Booth and Johnny Ryers. Ryers with the goal and 5 assists. Booth with 3 and 3. On the other side of the Northern Cyclones, Michael Dingus is their leading scorer, along with Michael Collette Jr. They both have 7, and you can swap it around. It's 6 goals and 1 assist for Dingus, 1 goal, 6 assists for Collette. And then you have 3, 4, 5 players, all tied with 3. Caden Connors, William Canavan, Tyler Cullen, Zachary Machichi, and William O'Keefe, all with 3 points thus far. So will we see a repeat of pool play? Will this one go down to the wire as a defensive battle? Will Ashburn be able to get that offense rolling? They are one of the top teams as far as offense is concerned in this championship bout. Ashburn putting up 154 shots on goal in their 4 games. On the other side, the Cyclones doing pretty well, too. They are third in shots on goal at 101. Ashburn averaging 6.75 goals per game. Scored 6 yesterday in the semifinal against Mission. On the other side, you have the Northern Cyclones averaging 4, not so bad themselves. And they're both pretty crisp defensively, like I had mentioned, only allowing 1.5 goals per game. You'll see the Cyclones wearing the the white jerseys with the red and black trim. They're going to be going from right to left across your computer screen, mobile device, or on the Roku here in period number 1. On the other side, the Ashburn Xtreme wearing the black jerseys with the gray and red left to right here in period number 1. We are going to pause for the national anthem coming up, followed by the drop of the puck in this championship contest. The 2021 Chipotle USA Hockey Youth Tier 2 2A National Championship coming at you here from the Cornerstone Community Center in Green Bay. The Northern Cyclones and the Ashburn Xtreme. Ashburn looking for their 3rd title in the 2A division since 2013. Victorious in 2013 over the Florida Junior Panthers in Hartford, Connecticut. And then again in 2015 in Troy, Michigan over Team Ohio. This would be the first championship appearance in the 2A division for the Northern Cyclones. Starting goaltenders in this contest, as we already mentioned, for the Northern Cyclones will be number 31, Owen Giangrande. He has played all 4 games thus far for the Northern Cyclones. Their only goaltender on the roster here at the National Championships. On the other side, making the skate over to the crease, is going to be number 81, Sam Blanton, for the Ashburn Xtreme. Blanton, who has been splitting time with Ian Key, is 2-0 in these championships with a 3.5 goals against average throughout pool play. Remember, he did not play yesterday in the semifinals, so his first look at the elimination version of hockey here in this national championship contest. 17-minute periods. No resurfacing of the ice in between 1 and 2. We'll take care of that between 2 and 3. As we get ready to crown a champion of the 2A division, we are underway from Hilliard Wires Arena. Thank you for joining us this morning on Hockey TV. Ashburn winning the face-off will come across the line and fire this one in on Giangrande. It took a weird skip as it headed toward the net mouth. Played back down there by number 33, Ethan Abramovich, who had a very nice contest yesterday. Didn't find his way onto the score sheet as Giangrande comes up with a stop. And we got our first whistle here just 20 seconds in. Both teams getting ready to make some changes. Mike Collette is the head coach of the Northern Cyclones. On the other side, Gary Pouliot, the head coach of the Ashburn Xtreme. Ashburn will play it toward the near side corner. That is number 57, John Courtney. As we mentioned, the leading scorer And now a chance for a 3, maybe a 4-on-2 as Northern comes back the other way. There's a shot, and that one goes off of a shin pad and wide. It was Derek Emerald with the opportunity on the rush. As we had mentioned, these two teams did meet. It was a defensive contest. Shots on goal were 29-27. Ended up with a 2-1 shootout win for Northern. There's a shot on, and Blanton knocks it down. Back out to neutral. A couple of moves there by John Ryers. He'll fire that one in. Says hello to Wisconsin Public Service. And that will bring another whistle here with 15:59 remaining. Face-off out at center as these two teams are starting to set a pretty quick pace here early on. Just past a minute gone. We've already seen some end-to-end action. Could be a much different looking contest than earlier on at pool play. Flipped over toward the far side wall. It is Ashburn in control with it once again. Northern now taking it back. Ashburn out at center. This one is flipped onto the skate of Kurowski. Kurowski trying to set the table. There's a shot taken, and that one fired just wide by number 16, Jake Dumas. Here come the Cyclones back out now. Another chance for a 3-on-2. This one just flipped in. Blanton ends up making the save. And Ashburn is toting the puck back out to neutral. Winter, who scored the first goal of the contest yesterday for Ashburn from that blue line, number 21, as this one's ripped away, and here comes Northern again. It's William Canavan. Canavan trying to weave all the way through. Can't catch back up to the puck as he was cut off. Cyclones trying to wedge it free. Ashburn looking to tie things up back behind. Cyclones eventually do come up with it. Now Price trying to play it back out. Knocked down there by Blanton. Picked up by number 89, Toby Cooper. And eventually back out to center. Caden Connors waits, sends in, no further than the top of the circle, though, as it was knocked down by Cooper. He'll pass it across the zone, back out, deflected in by number 83. That is Raymond Booth. Booth with 6 points in the tournament. Looked very dangerous yesterday. Didn't quite have the showing for it on the score sheet, though. Played back ahead by the Cyclones. Michael Dingus, that is their leading scorer, one of their two leading scorers, along with Collette. As Ashburn tries to get into the zone again, and once again cut off right at the line, and now here comes Glenn Cross with a shot, and that one's sailing just wide. Picked up by Northern again, another shot on. That one didn't make it through. A pass ahead, and now a chance coming back the other way for Courtney. If he can catch up to that puck, will it be icing? Yes, it will. As Courtney just unable to corral. And in case you're wondering, if you have not yet seen these matchups, there is no race to the puck for icing. It is automatic at this level. So regardless of whoever is closer to the puck, once it goes over the red line, icing. Not what you would see in the NHL or some other levels of hockey. Glenn Cross wins the faceoff. This one is poked back toward the wall. Ashburn trying to get back out to neutral. That was Brooks trying to knock it down, and now here comes Ashburn back into the zone. Dumas trying to make a move, lost a handle on the puck, flipped back over toward the far side. Now played back into Northern Cyclone territory. Out to center, nifty pass there, found its way to Derek Emerald. Emerald cut off as he enters the Ashburn zone, carried back ahead by Brooks, trying to steam down the near sidewall. He got cut off by Connors. Timothy Berube doubles back, almost lost the puck, gave over for Connors. He surveys, runs out of time, tosses it across for Berube, but it's going to be Brooks who catches up to it first. Pardon me, that's Booth. Now Glenn Cross. Back over to this side. It'll be deflected ahead, and now a chance for Booth just out of this reach. And once again, that is icing. Bit of a break there for Northern as Booth was behind the defense. Could have been going it alone, but the pass did not connect. 13:03 left in the first period. We are scoreless in this Youth Tier 2 18U 2A title game. Face off over to the right-hand side of the goaltender, Blanton. Wingers on the near side wall got a warning. It ended up costing Ashburn their face-off man, and now it is won by the Xtreme anyway. Price, after the touch from Booth, trying to turn the corner, knocked away from him, but he gets it right back. Fed out in front. Abramovich ended up shooting that one wide. Tic-tac-toe passing. Excellent execution on that. Unfortunately, no payoff at the end for Ashburn. There's Connors, hurried, able to get it back out to neutral. Abramovich tossed it right back into the equipment of Connors. And a long outlet pass over to this side as it is poked in by Tyler Cullen. Cyclones will make some changes as Ashburn tilts to their own zone. Winter spins Cooper around, and that could be dangerous as it's picked back up by the Cyclones. Courtney on the touch. Give it across now for a 2-on-2, maybe a late developing 3-on-2 if Courtney can get back into the play, but a back-checking Cullen rips it away from him. Here's Courtney. Had Field setting up. Now back to Lynch. Lynch backhanded one ahead. It's knocked down and carried ahead by Collette. Finds a little soft spot in the D. Tosses it back down toward the corner. Knocked away there. Collette cuts things off of the wall and has possession again. Looks to spin away from the check of Ryers. Tosses it back down low. And now back to the point again. Shot taken, and that one missed wide as they were looking for a connection in front. Another shot taken, and this time it's knocked out of play by Blanton, as the Cyclones sustain a little bit of pressure. 11:38 left here in this first period of play. Shots on goal in favor of the Cyclones at the moment at 2-0. And a face-off for the left-hand side of Blanton. Glenn Cross to take the draw. It is won by the Cyclones. Glenn Cross almost fires that one through traffic. Tenacious on the puck here. Here's Rybold. Can't get it out. Lynch will have to chase back into his own end. Looking ahead for Joseph Rybold. And now, here comes Kurowski with a head of steam. Kurowski takes a shot and scores! Andrew Kurowski, steaming down the near side, puts it high. And it is a 1-0 lead for the Xtreme. Right over the glove hand side of the keeper, Gian Grande. His third goal in the last two contests. Kurowski, that size and that speed, just steaming down the near side. And he has the icebreaker here. 11:10 left in the period. Cyclones getting it back out to center. Ashburn will toss it right back in. Little pep in their step now as they take the 1-0 lead. On the goal from Kurowski. Turned over. Here's Booth trying to feed it out front for Price. Rejected at the side of the net. Bounced around at the top of the circle. Over to the near side. It'll be a foot race for this loose puck. Cullen ends up winning it. Back out to center now. Here come the Cyclones in. Over toward the far side. That's Kyle Mello. Loose in front. The save made by Blanton as he robs Cullen in front. Connors tossed it back into the zone. Winter there on the intercept, and he's got some room to skate. Here comes Winter. Shot. Save made. Gian Grande able to flash out the pad. Coming back the other way, they were looking for Collette. Ryerson unable to settle it down, just fresh off of the bench. Here's Collette moving into the offensive zone. That one deflects. Picked up by Cullen. Into the skates, deflected over toward the near side. Ashburn back in possession as Ryers will chip in. Chases, retrieves by himself. Xtreme making some changes, and Ryers going one on the defense. Unfortunately for him, no reinforcements. That allowed Cullen to pluck the puck free. Carrying across the line, this is Canavan. Dropped it back to the point, hurried back toward the line. A delayed offside. Pass goes ahead for Brooks. It's all the way down, and that will be an icing. Cyclones looking for a response here after the goal scored by Kurowski. Kurowski with his fifth now of the tournament. Second here in the elimination rounds. Excuse me, third with the two yesterday in the semifinal. Ashburn able to get it back out to center. This one is a foot race for the loose puck. Rybold looked like he might have got there if that puck had just slowed down a little bit. Maybe a little later in the period once the ice gets a bit choppier. A little more snow down. That might have slowed down and Rybold could have caught up to it, but still enough draw to go down for icing. And another face-off coming up down in Ashburn territory. Over to the right-hand side of Blanton. It's Glenn Cross to take the face-off again. And a clean win. It comes back to the line. There's a shot that ends up being a pass. Then fed back out in front. Picked up by Booth. And a chance for a 3-on-2 for Ashburn the other way. Booth down the far side. Tried to chip it on for Abramovich. Now throws it through the mixer. Ends up finding Price at the near sidewall. He turns it over. And it's back out to center for the Cyclones. Emerald tried the shot. It deflected off of a shin pad and all the way to the glass on the far side. Emerald has it again. Spins it in front. Blanton had to made a save. And it's off of the glass and all the way down. Will it be icing? Yes, indeed. And a third consecutive face-off coming up down in Xtreme territory. So the Cyclones pushing back a bit here after the goals scored by Karowski. Going to be Dante D'Ambrosio to take the face-off. Wins it cleanly again for the Cyclones. Connors tried to toss it down low, just out of the reach of D'Ambrosio. It's loose at the side of the net and then gloved over the top by Blanton. Just able to swat it out of the way. Now in front. How did Blanton stop that one? A one-timer backhanded shot from the near side post. And Blanton somehow came over and made the stop. Tyler Cullen at the near side was wide open. He didn't have much space to try to sneak it in. Blanton took away whatever was left. And a huge stop there with 8:35 left in the first. But the Cyclones are buzzing now, and another face-off win. Tossed back down low by Attardo. Intercepted by Ashburn. This one eludes the defenseman. Now it's a foot race for the loose puck. Dumas almost able to take it away, but recovered well by the Cyclones. Here's Rybold. Found Karowski, looking to chip around the defender. Got past Connors, picks up the puck in the corner. Back for Rybold, he's loose in front. Save made, and then the rebound loose back behind. Here come the Cyclones again. Able to get it back out to neutral. Cooper turns it back, but now Connors with some room to skate. Connors stepping in 1-on-5 as the Cyclones are making some changes. Ashburn able to clear it back out. This one did deflect off of one of the Cyclone players, so no icing. Wrap back around by Berube. Here come the Cyclones again. This is Canavan. Canavan able to pass that one off. Shot over the top of the net. Took a deflection. Michael Dingus was open in the slot, and then he and Canavan come together after the whistle. Canavan ends up going head over tea kettle. 7:36 left. Shots on goal starting to accumulate now on the sides of the Cyclone, as they now have 4 shots on goal, still 2 for the Xtreme. Face off for the right-hand side of Blanton. It'll be Dingles to take the draw. And one cleanly by Price. Lynch ahead for Booth. Just slaps that one back out to center where it's knocked down by Collette. Chopped to the wall, trying to pass it off, but intercepted by Booth. Carrying it over the line. Abramovich, Booth. Abramovich again, slapped away, loose in the slot. Still loose right outside the blue paint. And then finally covered up by Giangrande. That combination of Abramovich and Booth was dangerous yesterday. Nice push toward the net mouth this time, and you'll see it a lot here at these championships, just funneling the puck toward the net, getting it there, and wreaking havoc in front is the way to go. We have seen a lot of goals scored that way here in this tournament. A lot of pretty ones, too, as that shot does not make it through. And you would imagine in these championship games, the pretty goals aren't going to be quite as easy to score. Now swung over to this side for Connors. Grabs the red line, sends in Blanton. Ushers that one aside over to the far side, where it is picked up by Leon Lee Boylick. And now a chance for a 2-on-1 from the blue line in. Fields took the shot, and it's blocked. A sprawling play defensively. I believe that was number 19, Zachary Machichi. who came over and made the block. As we get a whistle, the puck went up into the netting again with 6:37 left. And a face-off coming up outside of the Cyclone zone. Big defensive play there by Machichi, coming away to take the shot away from Fields. Fields also a dangerous player. There's a lot of them on both teams. Kyle Mello out to neutral, fired back in. Slapped at there by Dumas, but Cyclones are in possession. Dumas covering a lot of ice here on the forecheck as this one is played right back down low. Ashburn able to force the turnover. Here come the Cyclones. Cooper decided to step up. Brooks able to slow up the progress of the Cyclones as D'Ambrosio almost got free the other way, and here's Cooper. Passes ahead, missed the connection. It'll go down, and another icing will be charged here to Ashburn. The Cyclones can't be feeling too bad about the amount of icings here that Ashburn has been doing because it means a couple of things. One, Ashburn's getting a little jittery in their own zone, and two, we've seen how good the Cyclones have been on that draw. So another chance to draw something up here off of the faceoff. It'll be Dingus to take it. And Dingus wins it from Price. Shot back to the line. Swung over to this side for Connors. Wrist shot deflected up. And that one will bring another faceoff inside the Ashburn zone. Now down to 5:53 left here in the first. The Xtreme with a 1-0 lead on the fifth of the tournament from Kurowski. Face-off over to the right-hand side of the goaltender, Sam Blanton. 4 shots have gone his way so far. A few have missed the target as well. They don't count on the shot on goal category, but Blanton has been in good position all morning long so far. Sent in. Chased down by Abramovich. He's able to slow up the progress, holds out of it, but then turns the puck over as Canavan will flip it over for Collette. Collette across the line, but Canavan had jumped in just a touch too early, and that will bring it offside. First of 3 title games here today. This is the 2A title game, the 1A title game, featuring the Alaska Oilers and the Rogue Warriors out of North Carolina. Going to be getting started here in about 40 minutes' time over at the Resch Olympic Pavilion. And then the 3A championship. That might be a full house here, as the state of Wisconsin is taking on the championship regardless. The Janesville Jets and the Green Bay Bobcats in the 3A title coming up at 11:15. See, it's going to be a full house because there's a lot of Janesville fans and there's obviously a lot of Green Bay fans here. Just depends how many took off of work or school. Not feeling so well this morning. Need a little hockey therapy. Played back to the line here as the Cyclones look to even the score here in the 2A title. Since the goal from Kurowski, they've carried the play. Here's Glenn Cross. Just deposits that puck down low. Cyclones will chase, and then the puck is turned over. Work to the slot area. That was taken by number 24, William O'Keefe. Could not get a shot off, though. And a chance for a 2-on-2 coming back the other way. Here's Ryers. Turns the defenseman inside out, but a good defensive play there by Samuel Cronin, stepping up as the puck is now free and a chance for a 3-on-2. Glenn Cross leads the charge. Flips it back now, giving it across for number 9, Derek Amaral. He got tied up in the slot. And a chance for Ashburn to come the other way. Thompson, shot deflected over the top of the net. Played back to the circle on the far side. Ashburn gets to it first. We get a whistle. And I think the net might have been off the moorings. Yes, indeed it was. Of course, for those of you that are familiar with showcases or tournaments where this many games are played, it's not a rare occurrence to see that net come off of the moorings. Ice gets a little bit choppy. Not only that, it has been very warm here. A little bit cooler today, but temperatures in the 70s and 80s over the last 2 days. But the ice crew has done a fantastic job here at the Cornerstone Community Center and over at De Pere as well. Flip back over toward the far side where it is retrieved by Machichi. For Connors, as they play catch in their own zone. Now Connors up the wall. Cullen had it slapped away. Rybold to the red line and in. Booth will try to catch up to it first. Machicho's there. Booth rips it away. Booth steps out front. Net is off the moorings again. Giangrande made the save anyway. As Giangrande was trying to push off of the post. And there we see it again. Net off. And a face-off coming up here with 3:41 left in the first. Face-off to the left-hand side of Owen Giangrande. Won by the Cyclones. I'd say they've won about 60 to 70% of the draws so far. They have been good in the face-off. Here's Cronin to the red line. Backhands it in. Bounces in on Blanton, and he'll just decide to take a cover here. Well, we got off to a pretty quick pace, but this game, as we had kind of maybe thought from the outset, could end up being a defensive battle, and we're starting to see both teams tighten up a bit. There's not a lot of ice out there. It's getting more and more difficult to find those high-quality scoring chances. The best one we saw was the backhanded one-timer from Cullen that got denied by Blanton, and since that time, it's been difficult out there. Tough sledding to get those high-quality scoring chances. Here's Ryers looking to change that. Now Ryers walking out, takes a peek. He got cut off right at the side of the net, but still in possession. Ryers wanted to feed it through. It goes off of Collette. Ryers still there, able to hold the zone. Now to the slot area. Ashburn still in possession. Nudge off of the puck, though. This puck is played back out to center. Now here comes Collette. Chance for a 2-on-2 as Collette will drop it off. Canavan walks in, throws it into the slot area, backhanded over the top of the net. Penalty coming up, though. Cyclones in possession, extra attacker coming out. As Giangrande gets to the bench, it'll be touched up by Dumas. And we'll get a look at the Northern Cyclone power play as Ryers skates right over to the box. Northern Cyclones 6.7% on the power play throughout this tournament. On the penalty killing side, the Ashburn Xtreme at 84.6%. Glenn Cross to take the draw. Rybold wins it just outside of the zone. This one deflects off of a helmet and wide. As Ashburn will make the Cyclones go the length of the ice to start off this power play. Cyclones able to get into the offensive zone, ripped away there by Amaral. Amaral to Berube at the point, knocked away from him, and now here comes Rybold shorthanded. Rybold chips it free, takes a shot from a tough angle, save made by Giangrande. As Connors emerges with the puck and now races back out to center. Chipped on, gave off for Amaral. Amaral able to feed that one through for Glenn Cross, save made, and the rebound for Booth. Booth wanted to flip that one ahead for Kurowski. Just decided to take the clear instead. Here's Booth one more time. Lost the handle on the puck, but then tracks back, flips it up the wall where it's knocked down by Connors at the red line. He tries to spin free. Booth comes crashing in, and he'll tie things up for a moment. Amaral knocked away from him, chopped back again as Ashburn doing a good job of denying the neutral zone to the Cyclones at the moment. Here come the Northern Cyclones now with 1:16 left in the period, 40 seconds left of the power play. Across the line, Canavan got spilled. Picked back up by Canavan, though. We'll see if the Cyclones can set up the power play. Canavan got it back from Collette. Races over toward this side. Back for Connors. Lost the handle. And now here comes Price. In all alone, shorthanded. It's Price scores! A shorthanded tally from Matthew Price. 2-0 Xtreme. A pass back to the point that eluded Connors. Price got on his horse. Put it over the glove hand side of Giangrande. And with 55.9 seconds left in this first period, Ashburn doubles their lead. Still some time left on the power play here for the Cyclones. Down to 9 seconds left on the man advantage. Ahead for Cullen, trying to chip around the defender. Cooper cut him off. Now Cronin swings it across over to the far side. The power play is over. Knocked down at the line and picked up by Ryers. He wants to get around the defender. Ryers trying to step free. He was cut off by Cronin. Back to the line, knocked down by Winter. Machichi able to feed it back out to neutral. Cooper inside his own zone. Found Ryers somehow all the way through. Now Ryers looking to go right through the teeth of the defense. He got cut off at the last moment by Machichi. 7 seconds left in the first period. Here's Ryers again, feeding it out front. Kurowski looking to settle it down. He'll toss it back into the corner, and that will do it. First period in the books here from the Cornerstone Community Center. It is a 2-0 Ashburn Xtreme lead as they get goals from Andrew Kurowski and Matthew Price shorthanded. We'll take a quick timeout here on Hockey TV and be back with you for the second period in just a moment. Just about set to begin the second period here in this Chipotle USA Hockey Youth Tier 2 18U 2-way national championship contest. The Ashburn Xtreme with goals from Ben Kurowski and Matt Price in that first period have the 2-0 lead. Matt Panier joining you here on Hockey TV. As we are underway, teams swapping sides for the middle stanza. It's Booth on the back check, able to rip it away. Ashburn over at their bench during that break. They are pumped up, and here they come again with numbers. Price, shot save made by Gian Grande. Now fit out in front, and again a save by Gian Grande. Abramovich was getting ready to celebrate, but Gian Grande with 2 point-blank stops. Huge for the Northern Cyclones. 29 seconds into the period, Ashburn was looking for a 3-0 lead, and Gian Grande took it away twice. We'll see if this gets the Northern Cyclones going here in this second period. At times, they did have some push. Shots on goal, 9-6. 7-6 at the end of the period, and that one is shot just wide. More pressure coming from Ashburn. Out to center, fired right back in by Lynch. Gian Grande will tap it aside where it's picked up by Machichi. Had a double back behind, and now a little space to work. Machichi backhands it for Collette, tapped on. And out across the line, this is Dingus, changing the angle. Takes the shot, and the kick save made by Blanton. Good opportunity there to get on the board for the top scorer on the Cyclone side. Now look at Ryers with a head of steam, able to backhand one, but it goes wide. Collette looking to drop the puck off. A big hit applied there as John Courtney came in, but he absorbed the hit from Connors. Now it's Connors carrying across the line. Activating from the defensive spot. Stops up. Passed off. Backhander. Save made. And then the rebound sits at the side of the net. Wrapped all the way back around to the point. Held in by the Cyclones. Down low for Collette. Trying to step free of the check. Dingus there to help out. Feeds it back to the point. Machichi just able to hold it in. Now swung over to this side for Berube. His shot. Save made. Actually took a deflection. Went wide as Collette tried to get a stick on it. Succeeded in changing the angle, but changed it too much. Spun back over to this side. Good pressure here coming from the Cyclones. This one will get away from the defenseman. Berube goes all the way down, and no icing called. Abramovich there, able to tie things up. Picked back up by the Cyclones, and they're out again. Attardo able to wrap back over to the far side. Hit applied there. Dante D'Ambrosio was able to play it back down where it is retrieved by Ashburn. Eventually they do get it back out to center, but then played right back in by D'Ambrosio. A bouncer comes in just wide of Giangrande. Picked up by Price. Throws it out in front, and Booth had the tap, but he missed. Well executed there. Just not finished off. This one is cleared all the way down, and Blanton will have to make a play on the puck. Pass back out and just out of the reach of Fields, who was fresh off of the bench. Would have at least negated the icing, and there might have been some space for him back behind that defense as well. Kind of like we saw in the first period, a quick pace to start off the second. A 2-0 lead for the Ashburn Xtreme. Glenn Cross in to take the draw. It comes over the left-hand side of Blanton. Ashburn sending out only 4. They need a 5th. Captain John Courtney will step out. And he'll have to take the draw as they toss out Fields. Now here is Fields. Knocked away from him. Courtney will come in, but offside. Almost to the 3-minute mark of this second period. Goals in that first period scored by Ashburn. Number 58, Andrew Kurowski, his 5th of the tournament. Matt Price, his 4th on the shorthanded tally. Nifty move there. Now a chance to break out 2-on-2, maybe 3-on-2. There's a shot save made by Blanton. And it comes back to the near corner, then thrown out in front. Blanton had to make a play on that one as well. Dangerous looking puck from Amaral. Tapped on by Courtney nicely as Fields tries to take it away, but Connors was tracking back. Now here's Glenn Cross. Turned it over to John Courtney. Courtney had that one rejected right at the line, but it was an offside. Well, the Cyclones have certainly shown some jump here after early pressure from Ashburn. Maybe getting a little momentum from their goaltender. Owen Giangrande coming up with 2 big stops in the first minute of this period. Since that time, Northern has put some pressure on the goaltender for the Xtreme. Here comes Ashburn. Kurowski dropped it back off for Brooks. Catches up to it in the corner, sent to the side of the net where it was knocked away by Giangrande, and now on the retrieval, here comes Collette. Cross the line, drop back, held on by Connors. He makes her move to try to step free of the defender. Had his pocket picked and now played back ahead. And Brooks is going one-on-one with a defender. A good stick there by Machichi to knock it away. Back in possession are the Cyclones, sent in on Blanton. And he just decides it's time to take a cover. Slowing things down from the back end. Kind of like that, a goaltender who likes to control the pace of the game. Plays the puck when it's time to play the puck, take the stop, slow things down. Maybe can sense that the other team's gaining some momentum, so if you grind the game down a little bit, that's one way to take it out of them. Of course, as good as the Cyclones have been in the face-off dot, I don't know how many times you want to give them those offensive zone draws. It's kind of a double-edged sword. This one is sent back in. and then right back out by the Xtreme. And once again, we'll get an icing here. Charge to Ashburn in a faceoff coming up back down in Blanton's territory. Well, it's been a fun tournament. I've seen some scouts from some junior teams, a couple of college scouts taking a look at these players. I know there are some watching on Hockey TV as well. We'd like to say hello to the Seahawks Hockey Club head coach and GM, Bill Zanaboni, watching out in Massachusetts. Hope you're enjoying your Monday morning, Coach. Miss you, buddy. Now we're going 2-on-2 back the other way, as that is cut off once again. Now, are we going to see another repeat of the first period here where things eventually started to grind to a halt? The defense is tightening up. Cyclones trying to say no to that as they toss it back into the offensive zone and will chase on the forecheck. Slapped away out at center by Thompson. Machichi off of the bench on the retrieval. Turns back into his own zone. Pass deflects off of a skate to the line for Ashburn. They're able to reject it and send it back out to neutral. Amaral hoping to find some space over the far side. Cooper ahead. Amaral on the intercept. Shot deflected just wide. Thrown back in front. Blanton makes a save as he comes across to the near side post, knocking the net off for the moorings in the process. 11:30 remaining in this period. Blanton comes up with a nice stop. Had to recover. Get over to the far side, or excuse me, the near side. May a face-off over to his left-hand side as Glenn Cross will step in to take it. Got Amaral over on this side as well as Machichi. Ends up winning it over to the other side, though. Now Machichi in possession. Couldn't settle that one down. Good play by O'Keefe to lift the stick. And I think they might whistle that one as a hand pass. Face-off coming up again just outside of the Ashburn zone. Price stepping in to take it. And won by Glenn Cross. Slapped aside there for Connors. The defenseman again up into the play, trying to throw that one into the mixer. Nobody home, though, and here comes Booth up the near side. Booth changes the angle off the wall. He's got some moves, walks right in. The shot taken in the same way by Giangrande. Price didn't get everything on that one that he wanted as he backhanded it toward the net. Giangrande got over and made the save. Face-off coming up over the left-hand side of the goaltender, Owen Giangrande, who's come up with some pretty big stops here in this second period already. Hoping to get a little run support, though. Ashburn. That one is thrown through the slot area by Leboylek. It was a good idea. The deflection was there, but not quite enough of one. Now here comes Dingus. His pass-off didn't make it through. Turn back over at neutral. Flipped ahead there by Cronin. And again, Ashburn in possession. John Courtney trying to knock that one down. Ended up losing his stick. Now we'll go for yet another icing. I have to believe with all of these face-off wins that the Cyclones have been getting at some point, there's got to be a quality scoring chance on the way. They have been very, very good at the offensive zone draws. It will be Dingus to take it this time. Left-handed shot at that face-off dot over to the right-hand side of the goaltender. See if he pulls it back to Collette over on that far side. Indeed, that's what he does. Collette trying to shoot that one through traffic. Now a hot shot. Rebound chance. Loose in the slot. Save made by Blanton. And then it's poked wide. There it is right off of the draw. An excellent opportunity, but now a chance for a 2-on-1 the other way as Dumas poked it free. Right in on Giangrande and then covered up as that puck deflected on the tender. I think it might have been Machichi coming back again. So Giangrande comes up with a stop and the cover and a whistle and maybe a penalty coming up here. Rybold heads to the box. And so does Dingus. Slash to Rybold, cross check to Dingus. We'll even them up with 10:16 left in the second. It's a face-off just outside of that northern Cyclone zone. I'll tell you what, Rybold, obviously a key player here for the Ashburn Xtreme, but it took the top scorer off of the ice there as well on the other side. In a game where the Cyclones are trying to find all the offense they can. If you're Ashburn, you'll take that. Here's Connors, chopping it back out to center. It's right onto the stick of Cooper, just outside of his own zone. Plays ahead for Abramovich. He gets stopped up. Toss right back out to neutral now. Maybe a chance for Cooper to race ahead. Cooper able to muscle that one on for Amaral. Now Amaral drops it off. Just slapped away from O'Keefe at the last moment. Intercepted by Price. Played back ahead. And now a pass through the slot, or excuse me, through neutral, was knocked down by Machichi. Otherwise, a chance going the other way for Ashburn. Glenn Cross in, applying some pressure. Booth taps it on. Price able to pass it across for Abramovich. Couldn't get through the skates of Connors. He'll get it right back, though. Now Booth in the slot. Takes the shot in the save made by Giangrande. Out to center. Here's Mello for D'Ambrosio. Changes being made by the Cyclones. D'Ambrosio able to hold on to the puck down low. Gets away from Laboylek. Tosses back to the point. Nobody home. And now a chance for a one-on-one the other way. Ryers had it slapped away. A little support coming, though, and Ryers gets it back. Trying to get across the line. Eventually does. Dips, dives, has the puck again. Takes the shot. Save made. Rebound. And that one off of a skate wide. And then another chance stopped by Giangrande. And the Cyclones dodge another. Off of the skate of the defender in front. As that net was wide open, and then Giangrande got over in time. I think it might have been Connors, the defenseman, who just saved a goal. We stay at 2-0. 8:43 left in the second. Shots on goal even, by the way, a dozen apiece. Here come the Cyclones once again. Backhanded by Mello and up into the banners here at the Cornerstone Community Center. This is, of course, the home rink of the five-time NCAA D3 national champion St. Norbert Grey Knights, who unfortunately did not have a 2020-2021 season, but they will be back for a 2021-2022 season right here at Hilliard Lyers Arena. Now D'Ambrosio has that pass go behind him. The Xtreme back up to neutral. That one deflected up, and a couple of ducking players at the bench. That was a hot shot up into the Ashburn bench. Well, the Cyclones trying to drum up a little offense here. They've had their chances. A shot is taken there by Kurowski. Not really the high-quality scoring chances that Ashburn has had, though. You take a look at Kurowski's goal, steaming down the near side, found a little space, and then, of course, the shorthanded tally from Price on the breakaway. You'll have to credit Ashburn there for not allowing too much space through neutral. No chance for the odd man rushes back. They've been sound defensively. The shot is taken. And then played back ahead. Maybe learned a little something from Mission yesterday. I'll touch on that in just a moment, as that one's deflected wide. And then Cooper has that one bounce around, held in by Ashburn. Kurowski fires the shot over the glove hand side. Didn't miss that one by much. Brooks edged off of the puck. Kurowski back out to neutral. Mission, despite surrendering 6 yesterday against Ashburn, is a team that is very, very sound defensively. Once that puck goes in, it's right back out. And that's how they punched their ticket to a semifinal. But here come the Cyclones now, trying to turn the tide here with a shot over the top of the net. Collette was trying to go high to the blocker side, and he just missed. Up into the netting. Better from the Cyclones there, though. Get those pucks to the net, cause some havoc, try to create a bounce, players in front of the net. Collette, one of the top scorers on the Cyclone side, had a look. No deflections, so the faceoff will come outside. 7:37 left in the second period. Still 2-0 Xtreme. Glencross to take the draw, wins it. O'Keefe with a pass ahead for Emerald. His shot deflected on, save made, rebound chance, stopped by Blanton as well. And then the rebound pops free, they score! Blanton just unable to cover that one. Emerald finds it in front of the blue paint, puts it home, and the lead now cut in half. Blanton made a couple of saves. I thought he was just about ready to cover that puck. And as he was about to put the paw down, Emerald found the loose one, put it home. 7:28 remaining in the second, and now it's a 2-1 contest. Right back the other way come the Cyclones this time. Covered up by Blanton as Emerald was right on the doorstep again. That's Emerald's first goal of the tournament. Goes along with one assist. You know, yesterday when players were scoring their first goal of the tournament, I said, heck of a time to score it. This is even more of a heck of a time to score it in the championship contest. Wrap back around off of the face-off, win by the Xtreme, but it's cut off by Connors. He spins back in the corner. Still a lot of time left here in the second to try to level things before we hit the break. Almost cut off there by Amaral. O'Keefe holds, knocks, and the puck knocked away from him, and now here's Amaral with it again. Got around Fields, taken away by Ashburn, sent the length of the ice, and once again, icing charge to the Xtreme. Bring a face-off all the way back down into Ashburn territory, and the Cyclones, as we said, winning those face-offs the last time, had a pretty good opportunity off of it. They also have Dingus out of the penalty box. He was going to take the face-up, but he gets tossed, and now Collette will take it. Pulls it back, trying to get it to Canavan, but the face-off was won for Laboylec, and then fluttered in. And here's Rybold chasing the puck down. Rybold out front, save made off of the chance from Thomas point blank. Giangrande with another big stop. Back to the point. Laboylec fires one just wide, and it comes back to the point on the far side. Winters fans down at once, and then tosses the puck into the corner. Cyclones looking for the exit. They'll get it. A fluttering puck goes back down into Ashburn territory. That one on edge. Did not have enough draw to go down for icing. Winters couldn't catch up to it. Picked back up. Here is Collette. Shot. Save made. And Blanton will hang on to that one. Excellent opportunity on the other side for Ashburn to restore that 2-goal lead. Carter Thompson right on the doorstep. Giangrande got over there just in time. Shots on goal now in favor of the Cyclones at 16-13 with 6:14 remaining here in the second period. Machichi thought about stepping up to hold the play in, but decided to get back defensively as Booth stepped up. This one deflected up and off of the scoreboard this time. That'll bring a face-off. Looks like out at center. Price versus D'Ambrosio. Price, who now has what is the go-ahead tally on that short-handed marker in the first. Machichi able to knock it down. Here's Price. Sends it in, but right off of the hip of Connors. Connors feeling the pressure. Finds a way to get it ahead, and now a bouncing puck. Monahan swats at it. Cullen trying to chase into the offensive zone. Cyclones will have to retreat into their own end again with Machichi. Machichi played it up the wall, intercepted by Price. Price backhands one through the slot area. Knocked down by Abramovich. Now back over to this side for Booth. Booth looking to set up. Knocked away from him. A backhander from Price hit the crossbar. Now picked back up by Cooper. His shot gets blocked, and it's back out to neutral. Monahan for Cooper, sent back in, and another icing call charged to the Ashburn Xtreme. Price with a tricky backhander from in tight. Ended up bringing the crossbar and then out the other side. Backhanders can be so tough for a goalie to read. They're so used to seeing how the puck comes off of the stick on the forehand that sometimes they just can't quite pick up and diagnose where that backhander is going. There's a shot from Berube, and that one will stay in play as it fluttered and hit the back glass. Easy enough for me to say at 9 o'clock in the morning, as this one is fluttered back in by Fields. Not really easy at any time of the day, I suppose. Pick back up. Hard work there by Ryers. His shot denied. Second chance stopped as well as Giangrande hugs the post on the near side. Another shot, and Giangrande will shrug that one aside as well. Hits the netting. And Owen Giangrande is certainly doing his part in net for the Cyclones. He has made about 4 or 5 huge stops here in the second period so far. More pressure coming from Ashburn. As we said, the most prolific offense of any team in this 2A division, averaging just under 7 goals per game and putting up the most shots. Backhanded out to neutral. It'll be Cooper settling things down. Cooper backhands it in. Michichi on the retrieval. Off of the glass ahead for Collette. Here comes Dingus. Chipped around the defender, picks it back up in the corner, takes a look back to the point where Michichi was waiting. He'll swing it across for Cooper. Shot, save made, and the rebound is not there as it is held onto by the glove hand side of Blanton. Connors with that hot shot, trying to go high to the glove hand side through traffic. He's doing a little cleaning of the snow in front of his own bench. Maybe trying to provide a little ice pile there for that puck to slow down. Off of the face-off, Ashburn wins the defensive zone draw. Bank back ahead. Just out of the reach of Booth. Michichi got turned around. Booth able to chop it back down into the corner. You can tell the snow starting to pile up here a little bit. Puck a little bit more difficult to move as Giangrande makes another save, that time off of Abramovich. And this one will go down for icing with 4:06 left in the second period. Again, we will have a cleaning of the ice in between periods 2 and 3. If indeed it is necessary, the protocol for extra time in this game is a 1:17-minute overtime period, and if that is not enough, five-player shootout is how this one will be decided. Cyclone fans know all about that, as they were in that exact situation less than 24 hours ago against Clearwater in the semifinal. Trailing the Xtreme 2-1 here in the second period. Face-off is controlled by Michichi. Swung it around there for Cronin. Up the wall. Tapped on, not out, and here's Fields. He got bumped off of the puck. D'Ambrosio now across the red line and then over the blue. D'Ambrosio stopped up at the circle. Big hit applied there by Mello. That keeps the play alive as Cooper gets crunched into the boards and then finally sent out to center, but then right back in at the late offside. And now Mello will chase again on the forecheck. Ashburn out at center again. This is Courtney spinning free. John Courtney trying to pass it back. Couldn't get it through. His second opportunity deflected wide by Fields. Cronin up the wall. Again cut off. There's Lynch with a shot. Save made by Giangrande. That one took a funny bounce and just missed the post on the near side. Now a little space to work up the far side. This one is sent in, and once again, Blanton just decides it is time to get a cover. And he'll take another face-off down in his own end with 3:07 remaining in the second. Glencross, O'Keefe, and Amaral will be the three up front here. Change made on the other side by the Xtreme. Might be doing a little line matching here. They are the home squad, so they get the last change. That'll be the Price line out to take the face-off. Face-off one, there's O'Keefe. Had his stick snapped in half as he tried to get the shot off. Michichi in his own end, lost the handle on the puck, and now Booth with a little space. Came across the line, deposits it on the backhand. Connors to it first. Wrap back to the point. Monahan able to hold in. Slapped away from him, though. Abramoff will toss it into the corner where Booth was waiting. Now Connor's there to try to rip it away from him. Booth all over the ice right now, causing some disruptions for that breakup, but eventually O'Keefe does get it out to neutral. Played back ahead, and now here's a shot from Glencross. Save made. Rebound pops loose to the bottom of the circle, and O'Keefe in possession will swing one in again. This time the net comes off of the moorings. Blanton will keep the play alive, though, as he puts it right back on. Held in by the Cyclones. Here's O'Keefe tapping it back. One-timer coming to that one. Whistled wide off of the stick of Dingus. Dingus in, taking a look. O'Keefe has it again. Plays it over to the far side. Connor's wrist shot deflected. Bounced around in the slot and then cleared back out by the Xtreme. All the way down for an icing with 1:51 left in the period. Excellent pressure there from the Cyclones, as they look for the even-up marker here before the break. Dingus had a really good look off of that one-timer, fed to him by O'Keefe just outside of the top of the circle, and he ended up wiring it wide. Fields to take the face-off against Dingus. Not anymore. Now to be Ryers. And it is left at the dot. Canavan got a play on the puck, but then lost it. Now here comes Collette. Canavan back on side just on time. Knocked away from Dingus. Thompson backhands it out to center. Carried by Fields. He has Ryers right with him. Now pass back. Unable to clear was Dingus. Wrap back around. Fields is there. Lets it go back to the point. Long wrist shot. Save made. And it'll be held on to there by Giangrande. Into the final minute 24 of this second period. Ashburn with those 2 goals in the first, still leading the Cyclones. We'll have one here in the second. First goal of the tournament from Derek Amaral. Face-off coming up the left-hand side of Giangrande. It is won by the Xtreme, and now carried through the slot of the backhand, fed down low, still an opportunity, but Rybold couldn't get it through traffic. Now loose in front there for Karowski. Still out in front, and then finally slapped back to the wall. That puck bouncing around in the slot. Now there's another shot, and that one ends up going wide as they were trying to hit Dumas in front. They were looking back to the line for Monahan, who with an active stick is able to knock it away out at neutral. Flip back toward the Cyclone line as we're into the final minute of the second period. Rybold just going to pump that one back in, and it hits Karowski, who was trying to get out of the way, but an offside. And we see it, funneling pucks to the net mouth. Ashburn didn't quite get the scoring chances they were looking for in that particular push, but they certainly sent the Cyclones scrambling. Dingus versus Price in the face-off dot, won by the Cyclones, and then passed ahead. A neat pass that gets through to Dingus. One-on-one with the defender, try the shot. It gets deflected on the way. Played back to the point, and eventually out to neutral. Machichi will fire it right back in. And then a little too high, a little too much elevation as that one goes off of the wall and out. .1 remaining in the second. Cyclones putting the push on to try to get this one even before the break. On the other side, Ashburn sure wouldn't mind restoring that 2-goal lead. They had a couple of looks just moments ago. Cyclones trying to carry over the line. Canavan lost the handle, but here comes Connors. Takes a shot. Blanton brushes it aside. Picked back up by the Xtreme. This one goes off of the linesman as Machichi was looking to flag it down, and now Canavan swings it across over to the far side. Chipped on. Dingus. Price back-checking. Rips it away. Back to the line. Eventually out to neutral. 10 seconds remaining in the period. Thrown ahead by Machichi. Rejected at the line by Leibolek. As it is fired up the wall. Back out to center again. And that'll do it for the first 2 periods here from the Cornerstone Community Center in this Chipotle USA Hockey Youth Tier 2 18U 2A National Championship contest. The Ashburn Xtreme with goals in the first period from Andrew Karowski and Matthew Price. And in the second period, the Northern Cyclones cut the deficit to 1 on the goal from Derek Amaral. That is where we sit, 2-1 at the break. We'll take a short time out here on Hockey TV, and we will be back with you in about 10 minutes' time to get you all set up for the third period and a champion to be crowned here in Green Bay. Welcome back, everyone. Third period looming here from the Cornerstone Community Center in this Chipotle USA Hockey Youth Tier 2 18U 2A National Championship game. The Ashburn Xtreme out of Virginia with a 2-1 lead over the Northern Cyclones out of Hudson, New Hampshire. Matt Panier joining you here on Hockey TV with all of the action. Let's recap the scoring for you through the first two periods of play. It was a 2-0 lead at the end of one for the Xtreme. Goals with 11:18 remaining scored by Andrew Karowski with the assist to number 14, Johnny Rybold. Second goal scored with just 55 seconds remaining in the period. That one was scored by Matt Price, assisted by number 15, Michael Fields. So that made it 2-0 at the end of the first period. And then in the second, Northern able to cut that Ashburn lead down to 1. An unassisted tally with 7:28 remaining in the period from number 9, Derek Amaral. His first goal of the tournament. Shots on goal, 18 aside in this contest. We have seen a little bit of everything. We've seen flares of offense, tight defense, good goaltending, all over the board here in this 2A title game, and can't wait to see what the next 17 minutes has in store, maybe more. Don't forget, these two teams met in pool play. They needed extra hockey to decide that and went to the shootout. This was the final score. It was 2-1 in the shootout with the bonus point awarded for the shootout win. A 1-0 shootout, by the way, won by the Ashburn Xtreme in pool play. Cyclones need at least one more to get there, at least to get to the overtime period. Again, the overtime will look a little bit different than it did in pool play. You Cyclone fans know all about that, as it happened yesterday against Clearwater. Will there be more extra hockey, or will we decide it in the next 17? A champion to be crowned here from De Pere as we're back underway. Sent back in. Giangrande just ushers that one aside. It'll be Booth racing into the offensive zone. Abramovich looking to set him up front. Save made. And the rebound covered up at the side of the net by Giangrande. So very similar to what we saw at the start of the second period, where the Xtreme put the pressure on right away. Giangrande had to make two massive stops at the start of the second period. This time, just smothers it at the side of the net. Owen Giangrande coming up now with 17 saves on 19 shots, and about half of them have been 10-bell saves. Big ones to keep his team in this contest. Connors chipping ahead for O'Keefe. Will spin it back out to center now. Glenn Cross in flight. Trying to pass it back for Amaral. That one missed the target, but Amaral picks it back up over the far side. Derek Amaral for Glenn Cross. Bounce free in the slot area. Picked back up by Ashburn. Here they come 2-on-2. Karowski for Courtney. Save made. Rebound pops loose and then covered up by Giangrande. It hit him in the toe and just sort of popped up in the air. About a foot off of the ground and then popped right back under the pad. 16-18 left here in the period. Giangrande continuing his hot streak back in net. Face-off over to his right-hand side. Karowski to take it for the Xtreme against Dingus. And once again, it's a face-off win for the Cyclones. They have been excellent in the dot. Winter steps up, keeps the play alive, sends in Giangrande, just brushes it over to the far side. Rybold couldn't get it past Connors. He attempts to lift it out. He's going to have a second attempt to try to twist it free now, and finally sent back out to center. Took some hard work along that far side wall by the Cyclones. Here's Machichi. He's made a couple of nice defensive plays. Back on the blue line for the Cyclones. This one swatted away, and now back up the line for Ashburn. Connors there. He was able to hold in, but now it's Winters. Out to center, intercepted by Machichi. Machichi had his pocket picked as he was getting ready to fire it in. Karowski slowing things down in neutral. Here come the Xtreme again. Connors steps up. Now Canavan looking to make a couple of moves at center. Sends that one in wide on Sam Blanton. He's had a pretty good game himself over that net for Ashburn. And we talked a lot about Giangrande, but Blanton doing well in net on the other side. D'Ambrosio, crunch there. Laboylek trying to pull it free, but it's picked back up by Mello to the line. Eventually does make its way to Cronin. Now Mello dishes into the corner for D'Ambrosio. He gets crunched. Laboylek there again. This gets tied up at the circle. Finally, Ashburn is able to pull it free, deflect it up, and that did stay in play as Machichi knocked it free at center. Might have actually been Berube. Here's a chance coming back the other way if Cullen can catch up to it. Ashburn rejects it at the blue line. Skating back Abramovich, and he'll have Cullen right there. Just twist it back out. Booth skies one over to the far side corner. Will it go for icing? No. Takes enough of a carom off of the wall that it didn't pass the red line. Fields trying to pull it free. Here's Sean Monahan stepping in to the slot, and that one shot over the top of the net. A beautiful setup there, and just missed by Ryers. Now that one sent wide. Here's Monahan again, chipping it down the wall, intercepted by Glenn Cross. Another one dodged there by the Cyclones. It's O'Keefe up the near side. He'll send one in. Blanton had to make a play on it. He blockered it over to the corner, and now a penalty coming up here to the Cyclones. Been a relatively quiet game as far as the penalties are concerned. This will be a first look at the Ashburn power play. Ashburn power play entering at 26.1%, second best in the 2A. Through their 4 games, and on the other side, the Cyclones penalty kill at 87.5% through 4 games. It was a trip to Glenn Cross as he was trying to pull the puck free in the corner and ended up getting the skates of Korowski. Here's Price down the near side with a little space to work. Price, who has what is the go-ahead tally right now, shorthanded, now working on the power play. Toss back for Brooks, who will be a big presence in front of the net. They wait for him to get there. Laboylek with a shot and the save made. And it bounces up, batted down, and then spun on by Brooks. And covered up by Giangrande. Looked like the defenseman was going for a volleyball spike on that puck to play it back out to neutral. Just didn't quite get enough of it. Ended up on the stick of Eric Brandon Brooks for the Xtreme. Giangrande was prepared, though. And a faceoff comes over to his left-hand side. Ryers to take it. One once again. This time it's D'Ambrosio for the Cyclones, and then flipped back out by Mello. Just how big a defensive zone faceoff can be. The wind kills a little bit of time here for the Cyclones on the penalty kill. Now down to 1:15 left on the man advantage as it's taken over the line, dropped back by Cooper. Swung over to this side, a little room for Abramovich. He shot it wide. Karam comes back for Ryers. Swatted away by D'Ambrosio, and he'll step around Ryers. Comes back to the puck. Abramovich there to cut him off, though. Good work on the penalty kill there by D'Ambrosio, and now he's just going to eat a little bit of time. 1-on-2 back there, finally poked away. Excellent work from Dante D'Ambrosio. Cyclone bench is going to like that as he goes off on a change. Abramovich able to toss it into the corner. Machichi gets bumped by him, and now Booth in possession. Setting up back behind. 38 seconds left on the power play. Feeds Price at the top of the circle. Now to the point. Cooper, wrist shot, didn't make it through as it went off of Booth in front and then cleared back out by the Cyclones. You always love to see traffic in front of the net, but sometimes a little too much. And that time, it's exactly what happened there as they hit a little friendly fire in front. Now, Price on the take. Steaming all the way through. Had it poked away, but it's out of the stick of Brooks. Brooks now carrying in over to the near side. Stopped him at the bottom of the circle. 1 second left on the power play. Now it's over. Lynch. Wrist shot. Deflected, and that one goes wide. Went off of a skate of the defender in front. Back to Lynch again. Back to 5-on-5. It's swung across. There's a long wrist shot. That one deflected just wide. Booth setting up one more time. Another shot. That one didn't make it through. And now Dingus is able to play it for Glenn Cross. Finally back out to neutral. A couple of good looks there on the long shots from the Xtreme as Glenn Cross fires that into the net and out of play. We're talking about traffic, and like we said, it's good and bad sometimes. Sometimes it's bad because too many bodies in front and can't get the shot through, and sometimes it's good because there you saw it, a few deflections. You take the eyes away from the goaltender and slip one through. Not to be for Ashburn on that particular power play, though. Here comes Cronin. Fires a long one in, knocked down by Blanton, and once again he'll cover. Like we said, controlling the pace back there for Ashburn. Slowing the game down when he feels the need. Hasn't really sped it up too much, but that might be the game that Ashburn wants to play right now. Because we have seen times where the Cyclones can really get things moving. Ashburn certainly a team that is capable of that too. Here's Lynch for Sean Monahan. Not that Sean Monahan. As it's picked back up by the Cyclones, and Amaral, after a nice feed, comes across the line, but then he fell down. Amaral will chase, gets back to the puck, looking to pick it up in the corner, gets tied up there by Karowski. And now Lynch with a little space back over to the far side. Up the wall, knocked down nicely at the line, and here comes Machichi in flight. Machichi cut off right as he stepped over the blue line. This one is fluttered back in. Will it be icing? Yes, it will. As it goes all the way down into Cyclone territory. Just past 6 minutes gone in this third period. It is still a 2-1 lead for the Xtreme, seeking their third Tier 2 18 and under 2A title. 2013-2015, looking to add 2021 to the banners at the Ashburn Ice House. Face-off comes up over to the right-hand side of the goaltender. As it is wrapped back around and picked back up by Courtney. He's able with that long reach to keep the play alive. John Courtney gets the puck all the way down into the zone. Now this one a flex as Cullen totes it across the line, then takes a huge hit. Ashburn is in possession again. It was Ryers who crashed into Cullen. He's got the puck now. Cullen tracking back, able to feed Machichi. Long outlet pass ahead for D'Ambrosio. Just missed him, and it goes wide of the net of Blanton. And icing is called. Well, there you see it, a little home run action, or at least an attempt at one. Now, how much more will we see of that out of the Cyclones here? They might start gambling a bit. Maybe throwing a few forwards out of neutral, trying the home run passes. Potentially jumping some defensemen into the play. It's time to find some offense. Spun back around there by Berube. Controlled now by Cronin. O'Keefe twists a nice one on for Glencross and a 2-on-2 across the line. Glencross lost it, got it back, and then lost it again. Down to the line, held in there by Berube. Booth trying to step around the defender, got free, made the move, and then had it chopped away by Berube. Glencross back over to this side, and O'Keefe stopped up at the blue line. Karowski passes off. Knocked away there from Laboylek. O'Keefe settles it down and gives off. Here's Dingus dropping it off, and a good stick there by Laboylek to knock it away. Dingus again in the corner, trying to feed it back to the top of the circle. Nobody home. Ashburn in possession now. Swung back up by Rybold. Intercepted at center by Collette. But now Lynch for the Xtreme. Back and forth we go. A battle through neutral ice right now. Neither team able to gain the blue. Chopped ahead by by Dingus. And a hit applied there as Canavan will come up with it. Canavan and the puck ripped away. Things tightening up defensively here again to the line. Back out and then right back in by Machichi. Fired up, and that one ends up going out of play. With 8:37 now remaining here in this period, this third period, with a championship to be decided. Ashburn with that 2-1 lead on the 2 goals in the first period. Shots on goal now at 23-20. So just 2 shots thus far in the period for the Cyclones as they try to find the even up marker. Ashburn's been doing a good job of tightening up in front of their goaltender, Blanton. Wrapped back around by Cooper. Out of the reach of Courtney, out at center. Swung over to this side for Cronin. Took a few deflections on the way in, so no icing. Play back around there by Attardo. Here's Mello picking it up in the corner. Looking for D'Ambrosio again. Mello couldn't cut it off. Cronin did, though. Tossed it back to the circle where it was knocked down once again. Winter trying to twist it on for Ryers. He will flip that one back up, and the long pass finds its way over to Courtney, who tries to get through traffic. It was chopped down. Now Courtney's attempted centering pass knocked away. Back to the line. Cooper holds. His long wrist shot deflected and then wide. Fields got a piece of it. Now Fields on the take again. Back behind the net. Trying to set things up back to the line. Winters, his wrist shot. Ramps up off of D'Ambrosio and back out to center. D'Ambrosio trying to take it away. Getting a little help there from Attardo, but Booth is back defensively at neutral. O'Keefe able to chop it back to the circle. Swung over to this side. Winters has a little time as the Cyclones are changing. Here's Cronin. His own zone surveys, passed off, missed the connection on Glenn Cross all the way down. And icing charged now with 7:19 remaining. So here are the Cyclones facing the 1-goal deficit. Can start to see that their forwards are getting a little bit more active and neutral, I guess you could say. They're leaning a little bit more toward that Ashburn blue line at the moment. Hoping to maybe find a soft spot in the D on the long outlet passes. There's a shot on, and that one deflected wide. Hit a couple of bodies in front. Lastly off of Booth and then off target. Now carried ahead. Here's Connors looking to rip all the way through the defense. Lost the handle on the puck. And Lynch will carry back the other way. Drop back for Abramovich. Knocked away from him. Battle for the puck along the wall. Abramovich finds some space. He'll get bumped there by Connors. Glenn Cross helps it around over to the far side. Poke back ahead and eventually out to neutral. So now it's Connors who's jumping into the play. From the defensive spot, trying to stick handle and get something going for the Cyclones. Pass ahead, just out of the reach of O'Keefe. Out at center, Kurowski through one, through two. Kurowski still with it, passed off, shot taken and it's missed wide. Good opportunity there for Dumas. Kurowski just bodying his way through traffic, was able to pass that one off, and Dumas got a decent look. Now Blanton on the touch back behind. Down to 6 minutes and 16 seconds remaining here in the third period. Ashburn still up 2-1. Brooks chases back into the corner. Tried the centering pass. All the way back to Laboy Lek, who fires the shot, and that one goes wide. He's got a bit of a hot shot from that back end. Dingus able to slope things up. It's back to Machichi, giving across for Connor. Now swung to this side for Collette. He deals for Canavan. Knocked down nicely there by Dingus to keep it inside the offensive zone. Canavan trying to hold the line this time. Can't do it. Ashburn is back out, and a chance for a 2-on-1 as Ryers is in possession. Ryers, shot, save made. As Giangrande got the pad on that one and then kicks this attempt aside. Big save there by Giangrande. Now Courtney trying to fire one. It's off of a shin padded wide, and now here comes Canavan back the other way. Couldn't chase down that loose puck after it was passed by Collette. Fired over to the other side. Courtney has it. John Courtney will backhand it in all the way on Giangrande, and he'll just take the cover. We mentioned that you may start seeing a bit of gambling done by the defense of the Cyclones, and what you get with that is the chance to counterpunch. Precisely what we just saw out of Ashburn, getting a good chance. But Giangrande holding on. Now up to 24 stops on 26 shots. Back to the line. It'll be played back down low and then chased down by the Cyclones. Cullen just out of his reach. A bouncer there from Thompson. And Cronin's in possession again. Skidding away from Abramovich. Nifty pass on for Cullen. He'll chip it down the wall away from Cooper. Catches back up to the puck and then rings back over to the far side. Nobody there, though. Booth steps up. Pinching in was Berube. This one is sent the length of the ice. And we'll see another icing call charged here to Ashburn. You feel the tension on the side right now. The Northern Cyclone fans, the Ashburn fans starting to tense up a little bit as well as we're now into the final 5 minutes of regulation. Everybody kind of on the edge of their seat here at the Cornerstone Community Center. Gotta love it. It's Monday morning hockey with a lot on the line. Sent back in by Connors. Laboylek is first to it, wrapped up the wall, intercepted there, and then twisted back to the line, but intercepted again by Ashburn. They're able to get it back out to center. O'Keefe pass on, just out of the reach of Amaral, who has the goal for the Cyclones. He'd love to get another one here. Lynch, Connors. There you see it again, gambling, pinched in, able to hold the puck, only for a moment though, as it's touched back out to center, and now Kurowski will chase it down. He's got Rybold with Kurowski with the shot, and he scores! Pulled it to the backhand and put it home! 3-1 Xtreme! Again, that size and speed from Andrew Kurowski, his second of this championship game. Chasing down the loose puck, made the move to the backhand and tucks it home for a little breathing room. Score it with 4:13 left here in the third. The Ashburn fans, a huge sigh of relief over to my left-hand side. And now the Cyclones see that hole just a little bit deeper to try to dig themselves out of. And Kurowski with two beauties in this title game. Back ahead through Ryerson all the way down. So with 3:57 now remaining, we'll keep our eye on Giangrande. It just depends on how Mike Collette wants to handle this. Are you of the school of pulling the goalie early to garner the chances, or are you of the school of waiting, seeing what your offense can generate? It's a face-off over to the right-hand side of the Ashburn goaltender. Winter has it in possession to the line, knocked away, and now here comes Abramovich. Abramovich able to stop things up. He has Booth with, going to try to feed it that way, and the one-timer fanned down by Booth. It was a bouncing puck, hard to corral. Played back ahead by Canavan. He'll run into his man. Another bouncer loose in the slot. Chopped at it just over the shoulder of Giangrande as he elevated and knocked the puck away. Spun back over to this side. Cut off again. It's Ashburn who's applying all the pressure here. Even though they've got the 2-goal lead, they're looking for one more. Booth just backhands that one off the back glass. Cyclones trapped in their own end. Down to 3:12 left in the period. Here's Canavan. Across the line. Turned over at center. Connors knocked away. Berube tracking back. Brooks trying to slap it away. Eventually Berube gets to the puck. Rings it around the board, but it's intercepted there. Now Brooks again. Shot. Save made by Giangrande. Dumas buzzing around and trying to get free. Picked back up. And just out of the reach of Canavan, who's going to apply the hit. Giangrande taps it off for Connors. Trying to take it for a skate. Gave it off for Glenn Cross. Swung it across over to the far side. Down to 2:37 left here in the period. Cyclones need two. Thrown out front for Glenn Cross. Just missed him. Twisted on by O'Keefe. Deflected on and then brushed off of the doorstep by Blanton. Still 5-on-5. Cyclones haven't gone for the extra attacker just yet with 2:20 left here. Penalty coming up though. And it is a tripping call charged to Ashburn. So, 2:19 now remains. Potentially, we could see a two-man advantage here for the Cyclones if they decide to pull Giangrande for the extra attacker. It looks like they're going to take a timeout to talk about this. 2:19 remaining here in the third period of this Chipotle USA Hockey Youth Tier 2 18U 2A National Championship game. The Ashburn Xtreme looking for their third 2A title since 2013, have the 3-1 lead. Goals scored in this contest, 2 by Andrew Kurowski. The first and the third here in the third period from him, both showing off his speed and hands in tight. The backhander a beauty where he crashed it in the net mouth and put it home for that 3-1 lead. The other goal scored by Matthew Price. That was a shorthanded breakaway goal at the very end. 55 seconds remaining in the first period. On the other side, the Northern Cyclones got the goal from Derek Amaral. That cut it to 2-1 in the second period. It was where we stood. And now, a chance for the Cyclones on the man advantage. The penalty was to Rybold for the trip. 2:19 remaining here in this third period. I would imagine they'll keep Giangrande on the bench and go 6-on-4 right off the hop. In fact, Giangrande is on the bench already. So it's Glenn Cross out to center, and that is one thing the Cyclones have been very good at, is winning the faceoffs all the way throughout this contest. Canavan, Dingus, Glenn Cross, O'Keefe, Collette, and Connors. Dingus will take the face-off. Dingus will win the face-off. Now controlled by the Cyclones, knocked away there, and then swatted out a couple of times by Courtney. Did get it back out to center, but couldn't get it any further than about 2 feet away from the blue line. Wrap back around, Connors able to hold in, plays it back to the bottom of the circle. Dingus looking to set things up. Swung it back across over to the far side. Glenn Cross manning the point. Now Glenn Cross hurrying it down to the corner, gets it right back, takes the shot, save made. Actually didn't even make it through as it was blocked on the way. Down a minute 50 left in regulation. Collette looking to set up back behind. Flushed out, give it across, and a shot taken, save made, rebound loose and covered up by Blanton at the near side post. A minute 42 left here in the third. 1:23 left on the power play. Excellent puck movement from the Cyclones as they try to cut the deficit. They'll keep that 6-player unit out. Dingus to take the draw again. His face-off win was big last time, and he wins it again. Glenn Cross gets the return at the top of the circle. He almost fell down, has it again, feeds it into the mixer, save made, rebound there, and then it's chopped just wide by Canavan. Here's Collette. Canavan trying to pull it free. Cyclones in possession, Booth looking for it. Glenn Cross back to the line, and Connors. Touchdown, one-timer over the top of the net by O'Keefe, and that will carry him all the way back out to neutral. 54 seconds left on the power play. Here's Connors with a couple of moves. Trying to get around the defender, Price. Plays it back down low. Connors twisting it out front. Save made at Collette. Point blank stop by Blanton. A perfect feed out front for Collette. He might have just taken a penalty, as there was some scrapping happening after the whistle. And Collette is being ushered over to the penalty box. Will they take one of the Ashburn players too? No. It is a slash to Collette, and that will negate the final 45 seconds of power play time with 1:03 left in regulation. It will still be 5-on-4 with the empty net, though. Boy, that is a tough break because it makes the hill real tough to climb. Even if they are able to get that second goal of the Cyclones, then it would be 5-on-5 with no goaltender. Got to get there first, though. Amaral knocked away. Played back ahead, and now, remember, this is technically 4-on-4, so icing would still be charged to Ashburn as this one is played back out to center. Now Ryer's trying to chase it down. He's got some space with a shot, and he missed the empty net wide. Dumas just going to kill a little bit of time as he sends it back to his own blue line. Ashburn will be just fine doing that at the moment. Now toward the empty net from Winter, and he scores to put it away for the Ashburn Xtreme. 4-1 with 35.4 left in the third period. And it's mayhem at the Ashburn bench. Winter with a half-court heave to put it into the empty net. Scored the first goal of the game against Mission yesterday. The defenseman steps up All kinds of embraces happening at that Ashburn bench as they appear to be well on their way to a third title since 2013. It'll go into the books as a 4-on-4 goal as Ashburn kept the pressure on. Very opportunistic in this game. The 2 goals from Kurowski, using his speed down the wall. The goal from Price, using his speed, shorthanded. Winter putting it into the empty net. Cyclones gave them all they could handle, but in the end, just too much out of the Ashburn Xtreme, and they are the Youth Tier 2 18U 2A National Champions. Sticks, gloves, humanity. All over the ice here at the Cornerstone Community Center. Another fantastic matchup between these two teams that took an extra time in pool play. This one looked like it had the potential to head there, but it wasn't to be. Goaltender Sam Blanton going down over to Owen Giangrande. Ian Key, the backup goaltender for the Ashburn Xtreme there as well. Giangrande gave it a pretty good go in net for the Cyclones, and he was one of the few goaltenders that played all games for his team, as he was the only goaltender to travel here, the Cyclones. Played well in net, stopping 26 of 29. Unfortunately, it just would not be enough on the other side. Sam Blanton stopping 21 of 22. We're going to go overhead here for the award ceremony. Stick around. We'll recap it as the Ashburn Xtreme take the 2A National Championship. The captains of the Ashburn Xtreme to celebrate a USA Hockey Youth Tier 2 18U 2A National Championship here at the Cornerstone Community Center. The Ashburn Xtreme get pushed to the limits at several points during this tournament, but always found a way to accelerate and win their third title since the 2013 season. There you see it. The champions go into celebration mode. Hard-earned victory. A complete team effort with scoring all the way through the lineup. A fantastic performance here by Ashburn. And now they celebrate with those who made the trip over to Wisconsin from Virginia. That plate will be held high and held in precious possession all the way back to Virginia. So congratulations to the Ashburn Xtreme, the Chipotle 2021 USA Hockey Youth Tier 2 18U 2A National Champions. My name is Matt Panier. It's been a pleasure bringing all of the action to you folks throughout the semifinals and finals. If you are a fan of hockey and you want to stick around for a little bit more, we do have one more championship contest coming up, and it should be a dandy. Scheduled to go off at 11:15. It is the 3A championship game, a battle of the state of Wisconsin. The Janesville Jets and the Green Bay Bobcats for that title. One of those two teams wants to be doing exactly what the Ashburn Xtreme are doing right now. The banner, the plaque, the trophy, the medals, the hats, and the memories that will last for a lifetime. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Until we cross paths again, if you would, my friends, please stay out of trouble. And congratulations again to the Ashburn Xtreme. size of the program.
Okay, that's what, yeah, because at 3A they got 16 teams and the other two
Yeah.
had 8 and 8. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Awesome. Well, it's a little bit of practice. Thank you. Uh-oh. Good things? Okay, perfect. Congratulations. Oh yeah, during the round robin, they don't bring in announcers. They bring us in for fun. I do the round robin games, but they don't bring us in.